Welcome to Policy on Demand's Week in Review. I'm Rohit Kumar. My key takeaway from this week was President-elect Trump weighing in on the question of whether or not House and Senate Republicans produce one reconciliation bill or two reconciliation bills, with tax being the second of the two. For now, he seems to have come down in favor of one, but reserving the right to change his mind if the first bill gets bogged down to ask again for two, with the first being focused on border security. But for now, it appears the direction of travel is one bill, but we'll have to keep paying attention to see if that actually happens or if they end up deciding to go back to the original plan, you can call it, of two bills. The question I got asked most often this week is, when is this going to be done? And the answer I gave was, well, it depends. Of course, that's what I said. But it really does depend on whether or not we're doing this one or two reconciliation bill approach. If it's one bill, then there's at least a chance that this whole thing gets wrapped up before the August recess. Congress is talking about doing it before Memorial Day or the first 100 days. And while I admire their enthusiasm, I personally would take anything by the end of July as a huge win. If it ends up being two bills, which is not the direction of travel right now, but we could get back there, then I think the tax bill doesn't get done until the fourth quarter of 2025, and probably not until after Thanksgiving, but hopefully before the end of the calendar year. The thing that I think folks should be focused on most next week is, do we actually have final resolution on this one bill, two bill question? And that will manifest in the form of the budget committee starting to gear up the machinery for budget resolutions that will have to reflect either the one or two bill strategy. And then further, especially if we're in this one bill approach, what is the baseline that they're going to use to measure the tax changes enacted in 2025? Are we using the current law baseline, which has traditionally been used for official scoring purposes, or are we using a current policy baseline, which has often been used as a political rhetorical exercise, hasn't been used for official scoring purposes, but there is no reason why the budget committee chairs couldn't use the current policy baseline if they wanted. And just as a reminder, this is the difference between having to offset the extensions or being able to assume those extensions are in law and not having to pay for them, at least in an official scoring way. So it's kind of like a $4.7 trillion question. And that's why I think it's one of the things we should be focused on in the week, if not weeks ahead.